What up guys, welcome to today's video. So if you caught the last video, basically you know that I did not get to go to Thunderhill, no drifting, had some issues with the truck, had some issues with the car, kind of decided to just take it as a sign and just spend some time kind of fixing both. So today we are working on my 95 Ford F-350 Powerstroke. This is a 7.3 turbo diesel dually. If you guys don't know, I haven't probably made a video about this truck in a long time, so for the people that like the truck videos, I hope you're watching this one. But anyway, we got a lot to do between maintenance and fixing some stuff. I think the issue with it the other night when I was trying to load up was that the crank position sensor was going out, or I'm sorry, the cam position sensor was going out. And that's kind of a notorious thing on these trucks. I already had a spare one that I swapped in the next day. I didn't know that that was the issue that night. Otherwise, I guess I would have just swapped it and just sent it. But I wanted to be safe. And anyway, so I put that sensor in this morning. It seems to be running better. I also have a bunch of other upgrades and little things to do. I bought a bunch of little parts for the truck over the last couple of weeks. And mostly like steering front end stuff. So that's like the next thing we're gonna do is, I'll show you guys. So this right here is our drag link, our center drag link coming off the pitman arm. And then this is a tie rod and the ball joint, or you know, the tie rod end. So these are both pretty crusty and shot. So I'm replacing both of these arms and both of the outer tie rods and these little sleeves. And then I do actually have a replacement vacuum pump I'm gonna put on because the one that's in there, long story short, is a crappy Remand one. This is a Dorman one. And then this is a new belt that I got to throw on. Anyway, lots to do. I'm going to get to work. And yeah, see if we can freshen this thing up a little bit. All right, while the oil drains, we're going to get ready to swap in this Dorman vacuum pump and this new Dorman pulley. Step one, take the belt off. So here is the old Cardone pump. It looks good still because it is, like it's still working on the truck. You can literally hear it. The reason I want to swap it out is because I had one of these Cardones on and it literally blew up. Like I started noticing that I didn't have brakes on the truck and I found that it blew a hole right here on the housing, like on the body. And that's right where the bearing is. And so the bearing must have gotten hot, or it's just a cheap, you know, either it was a cheap remanufactured bearing or they don't even replace the bearing inside and they like reman, I don't know, other stuff on it. But anyway, I just didn't trust that it's not gonna happen again, and so I'm just gonna use the Dorman one. Alright guys, so oil change is done. Got the new filter on everything, filled it back up. Also got the pump all on there, got the pulley all bolted on and everything. New belt is on and good. And pretty much I think I'm gonna be done for tonight. It's starting to get dark and I don't have a ton of time left, so I'm gonna probably tackle all the suspension stuff tomorrow. All right, so today we actually got some more parts in and we are gonna be able to pretty much do the whole front end now. These are the little sleeves that I was waiting on. This is the gasket for the trans pan. And I still have to get fluid for the trans, but now we got the gasket plus the filter. Let's get to it. I'm gonna get the front end jacked up, get it on some jack stands. I got everything unboxed for the front end. We got our outer tie rods right here. We got our fresh sleeves right here. This is our beefy inner tie rod right here. And then this freaking unit right here. Look at this. This is our drag link. Let's go ahead and start taking stuff apart and getting it off. First step, I'm gonna go ahead and grab some PB Blast and I'm gonna spray every single nut, anything that needs to come off, because I don't know how long some of this stuff's been on here. Some of it looks pretty rusty. Alright guys, well I got the outer tie rod on the passenger side and the inner tie rod off, but this freaking drag link is just, the ball joint's been kind of tough. So I got the old ball joint separator out. Pretty vicious, but we got it. Alright guys, I'm kind of going crazy over these freaking tie rods. I can't quite figure out if I made a mistake in ordering stuff or what happened, but let me kind of show you guys what I'm working on here. Whoops, sorry. So this was our drag link. This is the big beefy boy, okay? We have 2 tie rods and they are different sizes, are my new ones. This one, if you can tell, this first one is a bit thicker than this one is. So this one to me means that it goes with our drag link because this one's super thick. But our connecting adjustment sleeve thing doesn't house both of these. I could get a tie rod in one side, but I definitely can't get the drag link in the other side. So I don't know if I somehow ordered the wrong drag link. There was only like 3 options on Rock Auto, and it's all Moog. And so anyway, the other thing is, well, I guess, yeah, these will thread together with one of these, but then this tie rod and this drag link aren't going to go together. The old drag link, if you look at it with the tie rod that it comes with, this tie rod is way thicker, the shaft. It's just as thick as the drag link, whereas I'm working with a thicker drag link shaft and the tie rod's not quite as big. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what to do right now. Alright guys, well, it's been a couple days. I ended up having to wait another day for that new outer tie rod to come in. Put in the new outer tie rod last night, and I ended up driving the truck a bunch yesterday, and my eyeball alignment totally shredded the passenger outside tire, or the passenger front, like the outside of it. So I got 2 new front tires in. They came in yesterday. I got those mounted on the front. I'm waiting on the 4 for the back still. That way I can get this alignment done and not destroy the front tires, especially now that I have all the new tie rods and everything on. So we are at the alignment shop. This is S3's shop. I don't know if I filmed here yet. So he's up there getting started. Just, can we look at how massive this thing is on this lift? Taking up literally every inch of the lift. Actually, literally taking inches off the lift. This truck has what's called a twin I-beam front suspension, and basically it's made up of these radius arms, and then they connect to the axle, which the axles are basically like twin I-beam. Obviously it's rear wheel drive, so they're not like a moving axle, but and nonetheless an axle. And then it's got the spring up here, the shock right here, and then basically the knuckle bolts onto the ends of the I-beam axles up here with a ball joint and down here with a ball joint. Now this ball joint is supposed to be eccentric and adjustable so that you can take caster and camber, you can make some adjustments. However, we're having some trouble getting it to actually move. This side looks like it's been replaced with an aftermarket ball joint at the top, which might be easier to adjust. So anyway, we're kind of figuring that out right now. Once we get that adjusted, because let me show you guys why. So this wheel, probably kind of hard to tell on video, but it's got a ton of positive camber. We haven't put the mirrors on it yet, but like, I mean, it's like this. So positive camber is not good. It's gonna eat out the outside of the tire first, which is essentially what happened on my last tires. I'm gonna let Usher kind of get to work. We're gonna try to figure out how much adjustment we can get without me having to buy anything new and put new parts on, because we just did that.
Later.
All right, well, alignment's done. We weren't able to adjust the camber and caster, although Usri said drive it first, see if it pulls, because the camber is like half a degree positive on the passenger side, but it's in spec based on what the computer says that my truck's factory setting is supposed to be. So I don't know, if it's in spec and it doesn't pull and it's not wearing the tire out weird, then I'm fine with it. You know, it's no big deal. So
2,000 years later.
All right, guys, so got to test the truck out. It's been a few days. Drove the truck a bunch, did a bunch of tows with it, and everything feels really solid on it. All the tie rods and everything we replaced feels really good. Alignment feels awesome. The other thing I wanted to show you guys before we finish out the video is I got Kenda tires for this thing. Like Kendas that I run on the drift car. We're running on the truck, Kenda. I just found them online, and they're like highway tires for my truck. They're 10 ply. It's exactly what I wanted. Great price on them. So yeah, check that out. 6 fresh Kenda tires. I got the rears mounted up. Last time you guys saw it, it had those old rear tires on, which were shot. So now I got nice fresh rear tires all around. Also, these tires are actually a size bigger than what was on the truck originally. So I had 215 85 16s, and these are 235 85 16, so they're definitely beefier, and the truck just sits so nice on them. I'm honestly super pumped that I went with the size bigger. The truck just looks so good with the bigger tires. They look way meatier, way more aggressive. And the thing is, this is basically the absolute biggest size that they say you can run without needing spacers or to level the front or to trim anything. So like, I would have gone bigger, but I didn't want to do any of that other stuff. I didn't want to run spacers between the dually wheels. I didn't want to run a front spacer, not yet at least. So anyway, and honestly, yeah, I just feel really good about everything that we got to get done on the truck. Still got more to do. The transmission flush that I want to do, I still haven't bought fluid for it. There's kind of a big debate about what fluid is best for these trucks. So I'm still kind of researching what I want to buy and what I want to commit to. Because honestly, the transmission on this thing is so good right now, and it never gets hot, that I'm worried that I'm gonna dump the magic fluid that's in it and then not put the right stuff in it, or the same stuff that the previous owner's running. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe button. Make sure you like this video. I will do more OBS truck content if you guys want it. So leave a comment if you like the truck, if you want more truck content. I have mods that I bought months ago that I still haven't put on the truck just because I wanted to make videos of it and I never got around to it. So if you want to see more truck content, leave a comment and like this video. Also, I'm sorry for all the road noise. I don't know if you guys knew, but there's a whole ass road. Okay, anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.